defeated Cheltenham. Your thoughts on today's game?
I thought first half we were excellent. I thought we didn't take our chances when they come along. Their best player was the goalkeeper yet again. They changed tactically second half. We played into that. If we could have kept doing the same thing, because we had more space to play longer balls, we sort of played longer balls. And then obviously then you're trying to get people on top of that second fade, and that sort of opens you up on the turnover of possession. But it's sad that defenders, young Jordan makes one defensive mistake and he gets capitalised, when the opposition defenders are making a number of mistakes and we're not capitalising on them.
The momentum in the second half didn't follow on from the first.
Because you don't get two halves that good.
Yeah,
we were that dominant.
Yeah.
And that to me is a bit of a disappointing fact, that you just think in the course of the game could be continued the same form. It's hard to play that well for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially away from home, and there's always going to be an upturn in the opposition's energy because they're at home. But what my biggest worry is when we go one down, we panic, and that's what I'm just supposed to players in there about. We need to stop. We need to carry on doing what made us good in the first half, not reverting to rush football. I just think that the fans want you to go forward quicker. It doesn't mean you score more goals.
Yeah.
They've got to realise that. And it doesn't mean you care less. All of the great stuff that we did in the games that we do, it comes from our style, and we'll never go away from that. And that's the bit that infuriates me inside. I think sometimes we played into the emotion of what people wanted us to do, rather than playing into what we're good at. Because when you play into the emotion of it, like if we played Cheltenham next week, we were good in the air, they'll beat you.
Yeah.
And the problem is we play into the emotion, get it forward. You get it forward, you lose the ball, and all of a sudden you get done on the counter attack. And that's the simplistic element of the game that we've got to be better at.
So get it in the mixer doesn't always work.
Sometimes
be a bit patient. Yeah, sometimes.
Not with 30 minutes to go, doesn't it?
Did we have the personnel to change it that last 20 minutes?
Yeah, we did, and I think some players have to have a look at themselves individually as well as that. We're not shying away from that responsibility. It's all of us, including. We've been on such an amazing journey over the last 2.5 years that sometimes we forget where we've come from, and sometimes taking a few steps back will give us a bit of a momentum to move forward a little bit more. And because of we're a scalp and we wear our shirt with pride, and when we go to these places now away from home, teams come up because they want to play against Oxford United, and they don't roll over anymore as what maybe they might have. And they're on their edge, and they make sure it's difficult for you. But we know we've got to be better. Like I said, the league table won't look great tonight, I know that, but we've got to win the next 2 games at home.